I am going to start making miso shiru, which is a miso soup, and I'm gonna start with heating up a cup of water, and we'll wait until this boils. So miso soup, Japanese often eat it as breakfast, lunch, dinner. Different regions of Japan make it with different miso bean paste. I'm from West region. That's really well known for white miso. I make this miso from scratch, but also one can use any type of miso, red miso, kuro miso. I made Miso Flight with red miso, white miso, and black bean miso, which all of them you can use it as a base of miso soup. Miso Flight has one ume miso. That's really, we don't use it, that specific product for miso soup. You can really use it as like a dip. Typically, miso soup starts with dashi base. Dashi is a soup base, typical traditional Japanese soup base. Again, a lot of different regions make it with a different combination of things. Sea kelp, kombu, and katsuobushi bonito flakes are two major things. But I made actually Dashi-Koji. That's this product, but actually this looks like this. This is a combination of kombu, sea kelp, dried shiitake, dried mushroom, and katsuobushi bonito flakes, and koji. Koji is a Japanese culture starter. I'm using rice koji, and koji adds umami to anything that you add into. I know there is a little bit of black bits, and those are actually kombu. When you do it at home, kombu doesn't really become such a powder, unfortunately, and there's a little bit of white bits. That's actually the rice koji you can see. So you ferment this, for, if you're not using any yogurt maker, you just leave it out for about 2 weeks. If you have those yogurt maker or whatever that you can keep the temperature, you can just do it overnight. So I'm making dashi base first with Dashi-Koji, and today I'm making really simple miso soup with tofu. And now water is boiling. So for 1 cup of water, I typically like about 2 spoonful of Dashi-Koji. And then if you're putting any protein or anything, before you put miso in, you would put, so in my case I'm putting tofu in, and lower heat a little bit so that it would cook through. Tofu's cooked through, but I like it to heat until inside is also warm too. So if you don't like the form, you can also take the form out, but that's also where umami is in this, so I'm not throwing that away. And you can also taste. Some people like it more salty based. I don't. So I just have a little bit of color only. And if it is too salty at this point already, you can add a little bit more water too. And then you put miso in, but actually miso is a fermenting agent, so you shouldn't really cook through with the heat. So when you are ready to put miso paste in the soup, you actually turn off the heat. You already have, you know, things are boiling, and it shouldn't really cook through, so I turn it off. And you wouldn't know how much you like miso paste, but always start with little less, and then if you need to put it in, you just put it more, so you actually dissolve it as you go through. And some people do it with strainer and you just put miso, but if you are doing at home, you know, doing like this is just fine. And some people don't like more bits of miso, like a beans, but some people actually like those. Some people even actually put natto, the fermented beans, in miso soup too. And anything fermented, it's really good for your gut health. So again, some people like more hard pieces on it. I prefer mine really liquidy without the beans, so you just have to dissolve it really well. And then you can actually try again to see how you like the taste. Again, there's a little bit of kombu bits. Typically those things wouldn't in a lot of Japanese home, but this is a homemade, so that's fine. Yep, this is just fine with me. So then you shouldn't really cook through, but my mom is also worried about, hey, you get sick. So I actually just put a little bit heat after dissolving the miso for a short period of time, so you can kill all the bacteria, bad ones, not the good ones. Okay, so this is just fine, just a little bit of boiling and I'm done. Then you can just serve it in whatever miso bowl, soup bowl. And I love green onion, so I just put green onion top, and voila, miso soup for you. That was quick miso soup too, so